right, we are live and we are back. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And welcome to the mid morning talk with myself, Umamah. This show has been brought to you by Sanzaf, uplifting communities through zakah and lillah contributions. Together, we can make a difference in South Africa. We have had an amazing first hour talking to two impactful women about their lives, their journeys, their work, and what they've created. I've absolutely enjoyed. I'm having a good time today. I'm really enjoying today's show, alhamdulillah. And now we move into a segment that I always love to have whenever I present. And if you guys have watched the pre-iftar plug, you would know that my business spotlight was always the winner. Everybody loved that segment. So I always feel like I need to bring it back. And with it being Women's Month, I thought women have amazing businesses, from the samosa auntie with doing home industry to women who are in huge companies. We are constantly creating and having innovative ideas and just really showcasing that women are the bomb.com. um, so, for this segment, I would like to introduce my guest, Faatimah Mayet. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
How are you?
I'm okay, alhamdulillah, and you?
Alhamdulillah. I'm so happy to have you on. You're looking fantastic. I'm going to get into your bio and then we'll go through all of the questions that I have for you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Faatimah Mayet is a young entrepreneur from the very far parts of Johannesburg, all the way in Carltonville, with a passion for business, creativity, and turning ideas into something of her own. Having matriculated last year, Faatimah has already taken her first steps into entrepreneurship as the founder of Hibiscus Co, a wellness brand centered around naturally grown dried hibiscus sourced from Malawi. Her connection to Malawi, together with her curiosity about the hibiscus plant, sparked the idea behind her business. What began as an interest has grown into a young woman led venture that connects wellness, entrepreneurship, and opportunity across borders. Fatima's journey is a beautiful example of what can happen when a young woman takes an idea and decides to see where it can take her. Now, I'm so intrigued about one part in your bio when I said your connection to Malawi. So I want to know where that story comes from before we even get into the questions. Why don't you tell me about that?
I'm connected to a family in Malawi. I've known them, I think, since I'm 7 years old. Our worker, he's from Malawi, and his wife helped take care of my great-grandmother. She is the woman that runs the farm in Malawi that grows our hibiscus.
That's amazing. And you see how one family can go on to create, a lineage now that has come to Hibiscus and Co. So that is absolutely fantastic. So, what inspired you to start Hibiscus and Co? And where did you told me sort of where it came from, but the idea to say, I want to do hibiscus, where did that come from?
So my mom, for hibiscus, was natural, wasn't in tea bags, no additives. We were looking for organic hibiscus, and we really couldn't find it. We were struggling to find hibiscus that was of a high quality but wasn't in tea bags and didn't have added stuff and wasn't hibiscus flavored tea. So when I saw Yunus, our worker, drinking this hibiscus, and he had a bag of it next to him, I asked him, "Oh, where did you get this from?" And he told me that his wife grew it, and she used to grow and sell it in Malawi. So I just decided, okay, let me buy this hibiscus from her. I'm going to sell it and I'm going to share it here in South Africa.
I love that. And I think that finding anything that's 100% in 2026 is very, very hard. So the fact that you're able to get it, you know where it's coming from, you know that it's, there's no additives and preservatives and things like that is actually very good and very, I don't know, cool, if I want to put it that way. Just because we have all the girlies on their wellness journeys and things like that, and trying to find things that are gluten free, red free, and some Nara Smith situations is very, very important for them. So you come and you are like the plug for all of them, if we're going to put it that way, right? Um, my next question for you is that there's just something so beautiful about the fact that what you're building goes beyond just selling a product, right? So your hibiscus is from a woman-led farm in Malawi. So why was it so important for you to build that connection with other women through the farming of the hibiscus and selling it to a majority women based, I don't know, customers? Yeah.
So the first relationship that I built, having started Hibiscus Co, was a relationship with a woman. It was with Ida, who runs our farm in Malawi, and seeing how much effort she put into growing this hibiscus, making sure that there were no pesticides, no chemical fertilizers and stuff like that. I really respected her, and I was so inspired by her and the work that she put into this hibiscus. And when it
Mm,
came to finding stockists and customers, my first client was a woman, and all
mm,
of my clients have been women from then. If you look at my accounts, it's all women that have ordered from me. So I think it's so important to keep connected with other women and just to support each other and help each other grow our communities, because we can all help each other and
mhm.
collaborate.
And I think that just stems back to what Women's Month is all about. It's all about women for women, the incredible things that women are doing, and just showcasing that gender does not play a role in becoming the most successful in whatever field you're in. And for you, it's in hibiscus. So I want us to just like kind of take a step back, and now we're talking about where the hibiscus comes from, this and that. What why don't you give us sort of now like a science lesson kind of a vibe? What does hibiscus do for you? If people want to get hibiscus, what do they know they're gonna get from having hibiscus, from drinking it and things like that?
Our hibiscus has many benefits. It's really packed with antioxidants. It's high in vitamin C. It's great for high blood pressure. It's great for your skin. If you want to have that glow in your skin, it's great. If you drink a cup of hibiscus every day in the morning before your coffee, I think it just helps with your digestive system. It helps with your skin, your hair, all of those sort of things. It can help with menstrual cramps as well. So if you drink it during your menstrual cycle, that can help as well with the cramps.
So it's an all rounder, and I think that alongside so many other, of these sort of natural plants and stuff like that we make teas with, are so important to have. Okay, we have the green tea. Everybody has a green tea, and now we're drinking matcha instead of the green tea. But it's fine. It's about what you get from it. And I love that, there's so many benefits from the hibiscus and things like that, which I think we always see hibiscus around. And I'll talk personally for myself. I've seen hibiscus everywhere, but I was just like, okay, like it's cute. Yeah, it's cute. But I don't get like what's gonna make me want to drink that hibiscus? What's gonna make me want to bring it into my daily routine? So knowing the amount of benefits that it has, and for this, not just only for women, we have men who have also bought
Mhm.
hibiscus and they're big fans of the
Yeah,
hibiscus. So
just
it
because it's
really
pink
just
doesn't
becomes.
mean they don't have to drink it.
Exactly, just because it's pink, and this goes like example for the matcha drink is that just because it's cutesy and green doesn't mean that the guys don't have to drink it. Everyone can drink hibiscus, everyone can drink matcha, you can drink what you want as long as it's working for you and it's helping you have a better way of life. I think that's what's most important.
Mm.
All right. So now getting into the business side of it once again. There's so many young women who have ideas, so many young women who have the drive to start a business, but they really, I think they need that push almost. So from your experience, what made you take that idea from your head and really turn it into something real? I mean, you had the resources, but what made you actually want to go ahead with it and turn it into something tangible?
I think my main inspiration was Ida. Hearing about the work that she put into it. I mean, every day she's there putting the fertilizer and watering her hibiscus. So she was my first inspiration. But also, I just was always curious about business. I grew up in a family of businessmen. My dad has his own business. And I grew up in that environment, and I found it so fascinating to see him run his own business. And I always wondered as like a child, like what happens if I have my own business one day?
Yeah.
And when Eunice came to me with this hibiscus, I thought, you know what, this can be my introduction to business. This can be my first business venture.
So, do you think that business is something that you would like to continue for the rest of your life, or do you have other plans? Where do you see yourself going from Hibiscus and Co?
I think I stay in business. I think what Hibiscus Co has taught me is that I like business. I like running my own business, and it's difficult, and there's challenges, and it's stressful sometimes, but I find it really rewarding. And I don't know, I just like the creative aspect of it. I've always liked having a creative outlet, and I think this hibiscus is one of them now. So I for sure think that I'd like to run a business and have a business for the rest of my life. But I've always been interested in marketing as well. So if I could do the two of them together, then that's my
I mean,
vision.
it works together. It works. So we
Yeah.
hope to see you doing marketing and promoting hibiscus on a very high standard one day, inshallah. Just yesterday we were having this conversation. I had another business lady on, and she was a teacher for your mom says proud mom moment in the comments. um, we had a lady yesterday. She was a teacher for multiple years, and before that, she already knew that she didn't want to be a teacher. She studied it,
Mm,
she pursued it, and then she said, "I want to be my own boss," and that was what kind of led her. Sorry.
it was Yasira, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So you watching the interviews, Fatima?
I'm acquainted with Yasira. That's how I
Oh,
know.
really?
Let's say
Yeah.
How are you acquainted with her?
I remember sending her a DM when I first started Hibiscus Co. And
That's
she gave me
crazy.
a number, and she was like, maybe we can work together in the future. So I'm kind of
That's
acquainted with her
amazing.
now.
Look, now we're like a big friend group now because we're all mutuals. We're gonna just put it that way. We are gonna go for a quick ad break, and we will be back to continue this amazing conversation centered around hibiscus and co.
shimmer, sparkle, captivate. Nothing less than a masterpiece. Droplets of gold inspires precious design. Platinum bursts with intricate freshness, and every pure diamond becomes more than just a girl's best friend. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, where timeless dreams become a reality. Come to us. We tailor-make designer gold, platinum, and diamond jewelry. Trade in or remodel your old gold. Clad yourself with classy name-branded watches. We offer insurance valuation and free zakat calculation. Visit us at 534 Ridge Road, Overport, or call 031 208 9142. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, manufacturers of fine gold and diamond jewelry.
Dad, these Frymax chips are so tasty. Wow, that really takes me back. My dad bought me a Frymax chips every day after school. They were my favorite when I was your age as well. Quality is at the very heart of what we do, and that's why we ensure that every Frymax packet is filled with the beautiful goodness and flavor-packed taste that you've come to expect from us since 1982. Frymax, from generation to generation.
You South African, of course. You anxious about the future. We've got you covered. Build on your wealth portfolio with Randry Jewelers Gold Coin Exchange. Visit us at 151 Stephen Dlamini Road, Musgrave, Durban, or call us on 031 202 4700 for more information. Randry Jewelers Gold Coin Exchange, your passport to gold investment.
Give the gift of clean water with Africa Muslims Agency. With every water well or borehole you donate, your drop becomes a river, reconnecting communities to nourishment, education, dignity and empowerment. Sponsor a water well for 17,000 Rand in Africa, or a borehole for 65,000 Rand in Afghanistan or Africa. Quench the thirst. Reconnect the soul with Africa Muslims Agency.
Are you banking with convenience, transparency, and flexibility? With Al Baraka Bank's transactional banking account, you can enjoy convenient everyday banking designed around your needs. Benefit from zero fees on point-of-sale transactions and manage your banking easily through Al Baraka's secure mobile banking app and internet banking platform. From everyday payments to managing your personal or business banking, Al Baraka makes banking simple, transparent, and convenient. Visit albaraka.co.za to learn more. Al Baraka, your partner bank. Al Baraka Bank Limited is an authorized financial services and credit provider.
Listen to something fresh. Listen to Salam Media, your humanitarian broadcaster.
We are live and we are back. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is the mid-morning talk with myself, Umamah. We have been in conversation with Faatimah Mayet, founder of Hibiscus Co, and really just getting into the background of Hibiscus Co and where to from here. So, before we continue, this show has been brought to you by Sanzaf, uplifting communities through your zakah and lillah contributions. Together, we can make a difference in South Africa. Okay, Fatima, welcome back. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
We had quite a robust conversation before the ad, and I want to continue that now. But I want to get into, we talked about all the nice parts of having a business and things like that, but I want to get into the reality, because it's not always sunshine and rainbows, and it's not always easy. Running anything can be very challenging. So what has been your biggest lesson that you've learned so far from being an entrepreneur, especially when things don't necessarily go as planned?
I realize that you can't be too hard on yourself. You're gonna make mistakes and things aren't always gonna go right. You just need to learn from them and improve. Just learn from your mistakes. You don't need to be hard on yourself. You don't need to feel like, okay, maybe I'm not good at this, or maybe I should quit and stuff like that. Just sort of roll with the punches and learn from your mistakes.
100%. I think the issue with a lot of like young girls starting businesses and things like that is when they have the first hiccup, it's wow, so I'm done, I'm never doing this again. But we don't realize the potential in so many of the businesses that we've created, and just so many of the innovative things that if you want to say the Gen Z's come up with, that maybe a lot of other people would not think is the most conducive business to have and things like that. But if you're making money, you're making money. That's always my thing. As long as you're making money, doesn't matter what you're it doesn't matter what you're selling. If you must be selling something right, but like make your money, that's so important, because you see so many of these like youngsters working during the weekends at the fairs, doing all of these things. They some have good customer service. They like working with people. They're making their money. It's just about having that extra money and being responsible for yourself, and being able to say that if I want something, I can get it. And I think that's what makes us so different from other generations, is that we've always taken a step forward to creating better lives for ourselves, in the aspect of just not being super dependent on anyone else, but being able to really do what you got to do, and not being afraid of doing that. So I love that for us. So my next question for you, right, is your business also creates a connection between women here in South Africa and women in Malawi. And we have so many, ladies, foreign ladies that are in South Africa who are working so hard to put food on the table. They're working so hard, which is a conversation that I had yesterday as well. They're working so hard to, be that mom that the kids wait for when she comes home. And we don't realize that life can be so different for us compared to what it is for them. And so what do you think, or what are your thoughts rather on expressing sort of that gratitude to the people that make it easier for us to have our businesses? So this is not only going to them, but even like family, that running a business is not a one-man show. It takes, I know that within my family, I have to do packaging. Someone else is doing this, all for one person's business. So what do you have to say with regards to it being having a village rather, in creating a business, and how it's not a one-man thing.
Yeah, you can't run with isolation. You need to constantly be in collaboration with other people, and you're always going to be working with other people. It's never just going to be a one-man show. And yes, I'm running the business, but I wouldn't be running the business if it wasn't for the women in Malawi that were growing the hibiscus. And I think just showing them that you appreciate the work that they do for you and how they make your life easier is very important. Paying them fairly, you know, they don't always get paid fairly. Sometimes they get paid really little for the hibiscus that they grow. Ida was getting paid very little in Malawi for her hibiscus, and her hibiscus is like top quality. So just paying her fairly, making sure that she is happy with what we're doing, being respectful towards her, collaborating with other like-minded women. That's very important. You can't run your business on your own. You need to be constantly growing your community.
Yes, 100%. And a recurring theme in our conversation has just been that so many young women and young girls want to do this. So many young girls want to have businesses. Now, what would you say is a good business? What idea, if you weren't doing hibiscus and you could have any other business venture or thing, anything like that, what would you have? Maybe you can give them ideas to start their own businesses since you're doing hibiscus now.
Baking from home, that's a very simple one that a lot of women do that I think works. Selling masalas, spices, that sort of stuff. Even volunteer work. I think regardless of how much you're being paid, you're still getting experience and you're still going to learn from it. So doing volunteer work, going to an SPCA and looking after the animals there, or I think one that I was considering is teaching English to foreigners, to foreign kids. I think that's a really good one. I've heard of people who volunteer to teach English to Ukrainian refugees. So there's a lot that you can do regardless of the pay. I mean, you're still getting experience, and I think we all want to earn money, and we all want to be ballers, but you can't start off by earning thousands, eh? Just
Yeah,
take
no.
whatever you get and you
Exactly.
build up the experience.
Yes, no. You see, what she said right there is very important because a lot of people also think that within the first month, in the first 5 months, they're going to buy a Rolls Royce and 5 Rolexes. It doesn't, it's so hard. It's so hard. You will go into a loss for, okay, we hope that you don't go into loss, but like, it's very likely that you're going to loss for so long before it can turn into something exceptional. So it's about having an honest income, even if
Yeah.
it's really not a lot. And what you said about teaching English, I've never thought about that. Like that wasn't even like something that I thought like, okay, if I'm gonna have a business, I'm gonna do, I'm gonna teach English. Okay, that's amazing. So like, what made you want to start teaching English?
Um, I really don't know. I really don't know, actually. I thought of it one day, and I remember hearing somebody say that they were tutoring children in China. I think this teaching them English. Also, a lot of my teachers throughout school left teaching at the schools that I was at to go to foreign countries and teach English.
Okay.
So it's just something that I've seen growing up a lot. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. And you can do it from home. You can do it on your laptop. You can do it on your phone. We all speak English, so it's not that difficult. And it
Yeah.
helps. I mean, teaching somebody English can change their life.
Yes, 100%. So would you ever become a teacher? Do you think that that's something that like you would tap into, if not marketing?
Maybe for a short amount of time, but not for the rest of my life. I don't think I have the patience. For, uh-uh.
I come from
I'll-
a family of teachers. Everyone is teachers, from my grandparents to my parents to my siblings. everyone's teachers. And I said, so you're not going to catch me there. I can't be doing all of that. I want to sit here and talk stories on air. But going back to our conversation at hand, which is Hibiscus and Co. Before we wrap up, we've got like a few minutes left. What is something that you've just wanted to say with regards to business, with regards to Hibiscus and Co. Just in a general, if there's anything that you felt was like maybe not a hot take, but like your take on business in general and your business per se, what is it that you would say?
I think in general, when it comes to business, yes, we all want to make money. But I think the main thing of business is that you should be helping other people, and your business should never hurt people. So whatever you're doing, always try and be charitable in some way or help somebody out. Your business should be giving other people opportunities to work. It should be helping other people grow. So I say in business, just you need to think beyond yourself and beyond profit and making money. You need to think about community and building a community and building strong connections, supporting other women, especially if you're a woman in business. It's very important to support one another. Just because you're in the same industry doesn't mean that you need to be competition. You guys can collaborate, refer each other to people. The main thing of business, I think, is to just not be selfish.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. You guys heard it from Fatima. Don't be selfish, man. You must help each other, and if your business is gonna help you, it must help everybody. Don't be selfish. But that has been the business spotlight on Hibiscus and Co. Thank you so much for joining me today, Fatima. I'm so glad that we could get in touch and that we could expand on your business and give it a moment to shine here on Salam Media. I absolutely enjoyed our conversation and talking with you. This will not be the last. And I can't wait to see you soon again, inshallah. We are going to go on a quick ad break and we'll be back with our last and unfortunately final segment. Assalamu alaikum.